Welcome to Draw Tip Tuesday. I am Koosje Koenen and I'm here to bring you just a little bit of inspiration to help you build your creative habit. Because if you make a habit of your creativity, it means you are making it part of your life. And that is really important because making stuff makes you happy, right? So it has to be part of your life. It has to be a priority. If you like creating, you like art tools, and you might like pens like I do. And today I want to talk about one of my favorite pens, which is a Sailor fountain pen with a calligraphy nib. And I will show you how I use it and why I use it, because I always get a lot of questions about it on social media. So it's time to show you how much fun it is to use a pen like this. You don't need to rush off to the store and go buy one, because what I'll be demoing, you can also do it with any other pen that has ink in it that is waterproof. I'll also talk about the ink. Let's go. I get a lot of questions about this pen. It is one of my favorites, and that's because I just really love line. And I love when there's a little bit of unpredictability about your line. And this pen is a Sailor fountain pen with a calligraphy nib. As you can see, that nib is bent. It's also called a fude nib. And the pen itself, it's light because it's plastic. I have these pieces of tape around it because I have another one filled with gray ink, and that way I can distinguish one from the other. Anyway, I want to show you how to control it, but also let go of control. Because the nib is bent, you have a lot of surface to draw with instead of like a point. And that makes this pen so exciting to me. So let me show you. If I just hold it like flat on that nib, I get a thick line. I can also hold it a little bit more up for a thinner line. I can even hold it upside down for a super thin line, but that is a bit scratchy. But it's a good option if you want to create thin hatching lines, for example. Now, while you are drawing, you can also play around a little bit with the curve or the angle you are using it in. And as you can see, that makes it a little bit wobbly, but I love that. And usually I don't even think about it that much, because when you are drawing shapes and forms anyway, so you don't really need to think about it, but the pen is already moving in a certain direction, and that will also have its influence on the line. Let me show you by drawing my ink bottle, which we will talk about in a bit. See how even without trying, I get a very versatile line. And I love that variety. And here I'm choosing to hold the pen up a little bit more, so I get a thinner line. But I can also just, use that flat side of the nib to do quick coloring. The dark bits of my subject. There's dark here. And then, as you can see, I'm holding it in a different angle, and that makes it easier to create thinner lines. Have some fun with it. Let's not be too serious about this drawing. It's just a quick sketch, and I just want to show you how fun it is to work with a nib like this, because it gives you so much more expression, I want to say, to your line than, for example, your usual fine liner. Now let's talk about this ink. That is this ink. It's carbon ink. It's from the brand Platinum. And this ink is as black as you can get it. And I absolutely love this ink. I always use it in my fountain pens because it is that dark. With the Sailor pen, you can buy a converter and you can turn this handle and then you can soak up fresh ink right from the bottle, and you have your cartridge full of ink, and then you can draw. So that's how I use this pen. I get a lot of questions about the pen, and I hope that this gives you a little bit of insight in how a pen like this works. Very important thing I didn't tell you about, it is waterproof, which means that when I draw with this ink, I have no problem if I want to add color. So let's add a little bit of color just so I can show you how much fun it is to use this tool, and that actually then you don't really need anything else than your pen and your set of watercolors and some water and a brush, or a water brush, which has water in the handle, and when you squeeze it a little bit, the brush gets fed with water, and then you can just paint with it. And now I don't really need to bother thinking about whether or not I am touching the ink, because it's waterproof. I'm not sure what I'm doing here, but I'm just trying to show you the possibilities of a pen like this. And I'm not sponsored or anything, but I get so many questions about this pen on social media. I thought I would do a Draw Tip Tuesday about it. When I use watercolors, I always make sure to leave white, so it gives the sense of highlights and reflection, like so. And let's also create a little bit of gray, which I often create with a little bit of indigo and Van Dyke brown. And we can use that for the shadow. Well, that's a very quick drawing slash painting of something that was just right in front of me. I didn't really even think about choosing a subject, but there it is. A little drawing, quick little drawing using pen and watercolor, and especially that calligraphy nib that can bring a lot of fun. This little demo also shows how easy it can be to do a little quick drawing. Just, you know, anytime in your day, take 5 minutes and draw whatever is in front of you. Don't think about it too much. And by doing so, you allow yourself to have some fun, play around, and enjoy the fun that you can have with any kind of art tool. And you can draw that same item time and time again using different art tools or a different angle. It can be as easy as that, and then you actually build up that habit. Anyway, I hope it was a little bit inspiring for you, even if you don't have a calligraphy nib, and of course you don't have to go and buy one. I just want to emphasize on that. You don't need to buy a pen to get better at drawing or to do it more often, because I know you already have a lot of art supplies. Go and use them. There is no such thing as a magic pen, even though sometimes it feels like that or it looks like that, but you know there isn't. Just have a lot of fun using your art tools. Make a quick drawing, have some fun with colors, watercolor, whatever you have at hand. And I will see you soon and I'll be here with another tip for you. Also, don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already to this channel, because if you do, you will get a message or a notification whenever I upload a new tip, so you don't miss out. Have fun, draw, create, go. See you soon, bye.